He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... Can't be. Blood, can it? Oh, I was looking at the brown part. But... Shit, why would there be blood, though? Somehow spilled coffee. That's what I was looking at, yeah. What? The coffee? That's not exactly... It is for me. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Ketchup. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course. I'm referring to the pocket. Oh. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. Oh, shit. Alright, well, I really can't be too mad at the court system at all. I mean, like... It is very good frame job there. Unless she did it! But I'm pretty sure she didn't. So, you know. Bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, Maggie's prints were the only... Okay, wow. Like, yeah, actually... I don't blame you guys at all for any of the verdict. Anything you came to at all. Even with, Mr. What's-His-Face taking my place, trying to get her convicted. You know? I can't even blame that. Like, there's so much evidence against her. I mean, yeah. You guys were probably in the right, honestly. Can't blame you. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Kudo. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. Wait, what do you mean told? Well, it's right there. You don't need to be told. Just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup. That's what I said. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner. Well, it's irrelevant if it's ketchup. He didn't do anything. Well, 17 cups of ketchup. Damn, I love ketchup. I put it on everything. But I mean, I think that's a bit much. I really do. I put it on everything. It's great. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I ruled on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They've all been clearly established. Well, trite. Seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. We kind of already went over all that, and it was all, making Maggie look like the bad guy. Crime scene was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie'd passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough on her. Like, she just looks... like, so comfortable, you know. Maybe she was moved there, but that doesn't look just like she fell and passed out in that position, you know. It looks too posed, too pretty to be just passed out randomly. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out he was pretty quick, who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket in the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. It's interesting that I didn't have any identification on him. Like, that's a weird detail. Why is that? Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Oh, it's gonna be fun. You have no idea. You ready for this shit? Watch how I do things. I'm gonna hit the good old press. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe? There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds. Seeds? It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. Okay. I guess not even the mighty Kudo can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. I was gonna say that that doesn't require pressing, but I generally like to press everything anyway. And it might, because if she did it, then why would there be shock? How long was the defendant unconscious for? Unless it was just like, oh, a realization, oh my god, what have I done? And regret. 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too. Oh, shit. Wow, okay. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Hey! Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? No, that other guy is. No one can ever be red compared to him. So yeah, what's up with that weird detail? He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents. Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in the wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Jesus, dude, what the fuck? Judge. Harsh, what the hell? Or some kind of... What? Come on. At least you're being a little kinder, give him some edge. But, like, what the hell? I think I'm onto something here. Are you? Are you at all? How did you find out who he was? Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to the court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. For what? Seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. What if that's not even his name? What if Glenelg is somebody else? I mean, I don't know how much they've checked into it after that, but I don't know. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. Oh, that's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Do not leave that alone. Ask about his health insurance. I kind of want to press that because that's so weird. But, I guess I won't. Was he on Obamacare? What the hell's going on there? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. Did the bag not say what it was supposed to be? You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? What if it was Killer X from Case 1? Is that what it was called? Cold Killer X? What happened with the investigation after that, detective? Alright, I want to check that. Let's look at it. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything at all. Okay, never mind. Press. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you've nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. I really feel like somebody should ask, like, why did she faint if she's the one who did it? It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. Shit, are we getting anywhere with this? So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah. Maybe we can just drag it out by bringing in Armstrong and then finding some random shit out if we bring him up to the stand. Whole $1. Yeah. And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little unless it's Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Oh, do I have to present something? Okay. We can't find any contradictions. Well, the thing we talked about the most was the prescription bag, obviously. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Well then, Jesus, man. You're not all that great yourself. Sometimes you get lucky. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe. Be the dumbest you've ever been. Wow, okay. Either on those statements about his identification or the last one. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. What else would have been missing? Got the poison, and you've got the... Well, I mean, I want to know what was in his prescription bag. Should I go with that? What else would there be? Got the poison. He had like a CD that was apparently there with his radio and everything. Huh. I'm gonna try it. And we just brought this up. Apparently, whatever was in that was missing. I assume if he just went to the doctor and then brought that there, the medicine should have been in it. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? You... too cool, pal. I know. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison. I'm yawning. Oh, the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Whoa! It doesn't seem like a doctor would prescribe something that would kill the patient, but okay. Well, Mr. Kudo, what do you have to say to that? That's all. Just nothing more. Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription. Is it the Hottie Clinic? What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? That's the only clinic we know. Nope, what the fucking shit? Otolaryngological? Like the larynx? Like the throat? New ear, though, so... Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Kudo? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. Who was this fight with? I want to know more. He ruptured his eardrum? Which one? What on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. So he was listening to the radio, you know. It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. So the left ear where the scouter is. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. Seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have been eaten his medication. Seems his medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick, If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Well, if it'll all be over, if I don't do it, then do it. Only moments ago, Mr. Kudo made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? Good job, Phoenix. Sometimes you are smart. But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That's irrelevant to what I just said. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the scene of the crime. Yeah, exactly. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It's not. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. I'm not saying that it does, I just want to know what's up with it. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. That's enough. Mr. Kudo, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Kudo? Is he dead? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. I don't think that's how it works. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems a little more than trivial at best. Oh, it'll be important. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay, good job, Nick. You know, I will say, Phoenix, I will give you credit, because a lot of this shit, it is super stacked against Maggie. And even if they hadn't had Redman fucking shit up, and it had just been like any other random lawyer, would have been pretty hard probably to defend her. But you're gonna do it this time around. I just know it. Me and you together. We got this. We'll save Maggie Bird. Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. And then I spirit medium channeled myself, so nobody noticed. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. Oh no, Gumshoe, you're not on our good side right now. Really hurt this time. Felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Oh no. Poor Gumshoe. We should help him out. We really should put in a good word for him. We should try and get that set up. Yeah, Mr. Kudo, lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. And all we need to do is get that outfit and get Mia in here. Or just, if she's in the room, then he can just look at her and maybe he'll answer the questions. I don't know. He's pretty set in his ways, you know. Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. And I guess we are back. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Kudo, your next witness, please. Prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? What's up, Victor? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me, mind you. I can be quite emotional at times, too. We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Gah! Listen, young'un. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, what a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. So in the Japanese version of this game, is that like completely different? Because in the Japanese version, doesn't it take place in Japan? Maybe that whole thing is just completely different. Unless it doesn't. I've gotten mixed messages on that. I don't care. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime. Like, literally, don't even tell me in the comments. I truly do not care. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are, huh? I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes. Oh yes, I did. I saw it all. Then please tell the court. We're all ears. Sure, sure. I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. It's time for his testimony, which we're going to have to hear later. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.